My dear brothers and sisters, in today's gospel passage, in Luke has given us a nice little story, so to say, about the Annunciation, how it all took place. It has a prelude in the first reading where Yahweh promises about so-called this virgin who will bear a son. And you've heard in the second reading, letter to the Hebrews, where the writer, the author speaks about this, the work of this son. So it's a nice story formulated. The central figure is in Luke's gospel. We find God taking initiative to show his face and what this face will do for humanity in the course of time. This face will be no other than his own son will come into the world and show his face to the entire humanity by just doing one thing, loving God, his Father, and loving the creation, humanity. And he realized that to do this, he requires human cooperation. He finds Mary, the ideal woman, who will cooperate, who will help God, Yahweh Father, to show the face of Jesus, the face of God. We can reflect today on two aspects of Mary's life. If you go back to history, the Jewish custom, you'll see one thing. Before a man and woman came to live together as husband and a wife, for 1 year they were separated, they were betrothed. They could not live with one another. If Mary and Joseph are betrothed to each other, but not living with each other. And you find angel giving Mary the news, and she is shocked, bewildered. What is this news? I have no husband, and yet I'll be with a child. She knows the consequences, that she'll be probably disgraced by the whole Jewish race, the whole family. And yet she is open to God's message, knowing fully well what will be the consequences if she bears a son during time of 1 year when they're not together. She is open to face the world. Second thing we find in this is her fiat, that is what to say, her response. Her response is, I am a handmaid. What you have asked, it is my pleasure, so to say, to do it. Her yes was not at that moment only, it was the rest of her life. She said yes to God's invitation, and she lived the yes rest of her life, not knowing at that moment what will be the consequences, that she will have the 7 sorrows. She'll see her own son, whom gave birth, to be crucified on the cross. This was her response to God's invitation to be the mother of his son. She said yes in all humility. May this feast inspire us to keep our mind and hearts open to God. God speaks to us diverse ways, to scriptures, to daily events, right here itself, when you come to pray here, when you come to intercede, God speaks to us. But we need to keep our minds and hearts open, free from all so-called attachments. We call it disordinate attachment. Free from all that. God may give us the grace to do that. And once you respond, say yes to God, let us live it fully, come what may.